Did you know that it takes more than 5 million gallons of water to fill our recreation department swimming pools? Did you know that we have over 87,000 participants in our classes and programs? And did you know that Led Zeppelin played at the Wheaton Youth Center back in 1969? Stay tuned for the next episode of Parks Rec and Roll, which celebrates 60 years of recreation. Hi, I'm Gabe Albornoz, Director of the Montgomery County Recreation Department, and I'm here today in front of the Marilyn Praisner Community Recreation Center to talk about birthdays. 2013 is a big year for us as the Recreation Department celebrates 60 years of existence. So for today's show, I'd like to show off the department for all of you. We have a lot to offer our visitors, from classes to open gyms to social gatherings, but we also have a fascinating history and a lot of fun facts. Check out our dashboard. So we'll look at our past, our present, and our future in honor of the Diamond Jubilee. You'll meet some of our staff, drop into a few programs, and learn about what we have planned for the future. But first, a little history. The Department of Recreation was founded on June 1st, 1953, authorized by the Maryland General Assembly. At that time, the population of Montgomery County was 190,000. Today, it's over 1 million. The department's budget was $250,000, and we only had 5 full-time employees. Its headquarters was at the county building, now called the Council Office Building in Rockville. The Recreation Department was part of county government, while its facilities and recreation areas were managed by the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. The program consisted of 41 playgrounds for summer activities, as well as seasonal sports programs for kids, and an adult sports program in softball and basketball. There were also classes in square dancing, arts, crafts, table tennis, woodworking, archery, tennis, and preschool. The department integrated programs at the opening of the playground season in 1955. Prior to that, playgrounds were strictly segregated. Public schools integrated that fall. Each decade brought more programs and facilities. In 1961, the Bethesda Youth Center was built, and in 1963, the Wheaton Youth Center, which in fact became a venue for nationally recognized rock bands. The first public pool was built at Glenmont in Wheaton in 1968. The recreation headquarters moved to the Davis Library in Bethesda in 1972. The department managed 125 playgrounds, 28 teen social clubs, and 5 senior citizen clubs. Adult basketball programs expanded from 8 to 80 teams. Youth sports programs were developed in 40 junior and senior high schools for seasonal and holiday periods. Instructional swimming was offered as well. There were 43 staffers and more than 1,000 seasonal and part-time employees. The budget was $2.4 million. In the mid-1970s, the Recreation Department moved to the old Bushy Drive Elementary School, and we're still there today. The school's round auditorium was home to Street 70, a vibrant performing arts group for kids and adults that evolved into the Roundhouse Theater. In 1993, Roundhouse became its own professional theater organization and has since gone on to win national awards. The Recreation Department continued to enhance its programs in the 80s and 90s.
You guys in the middle should be watching for that fake.
Aerobic dance, jazzercise, and disco dancing made exercise fun. Summer camp offerings not only included sports, but rockets and computers. Still popular were baseball, softball, basketball, and swimming, as well as community events. The Bauer Drive Craft Fair began in 1985 and is still going strong today. 1996 brought the department's first countywide fireworks display. Online registration was introduced in 2001, and even more niche programs were offered, such as senior excursions and therapeutic leagues. Yet 2008 was a tough year for the Recreation Department as the economy went into a deep recession. Despite staffing cutbacks, the department kept to its mission to provide high-quality, diverse, and accessible programs, services, and facilities. Today, the Department of Recreation is part of the executive branch. Its budget is over $26 million. We manage 20 community recreation centers, 5 senior centers, 4 indoor pools, and 7 outdoor pools. The department partners with public schools, libraries, municipalities, the parks departments, and a number of community-based organizations and arts-based organizations across the entire county. The department also sponsors 2 dynamic 4th of July celebrations, a jazz festival, Oktoberfest, and the wonderful Thanksgiving parade. We even have a pool pooch party for our 4-legged friends. Add in hundreds of classes and summer camps, trips and tours, sports leagues, and a year-round therapeutic program, and you've got one dynamic agency, which I am very proud to direct. But I certainly couldn't do it alone. We have 103 full-time staff and over 3,000 part-time and seasonal employees in the department, as well as some great volunteers and mentors. In fact, let's meet a few.
I actually started out as a participant at a summer playground camp. That's what it was called at that time. And I was so intrigued by the counselors and the volunteers, and I said, you know what, I want to sign up to be a CIT next summer. So my parents signed me up, and I the following year, and I enjoyed it so much. And I never will forget me getting my evaluation, like after the first 2 weeks, and the director telling me, you know, you got all 5s, you did great, you got, you know, the best evaluation out of everyone else. And it kind of motivated me to continue on, and I was a CIT for 2 years, and then I went on to become a camp counselor, paid counselor. And then after that, I ended up directing the Summer Fun Center for 4 years. So it was a long journey. It was a major part of my life. In the midst of all that, I started working at after-school programs for the Recreation Department with high school students at the Sports Academy program. I've done mentoring. I've done the Youth Advisory Committee. I've done so much. And then when this opportunity presented itself, everyone encouraged me, apply, Tiffany, you'll be great. And it just happened to become a recreation specialist. So I'm very thankful and blessed for the opportunity that presented itself.
My name is Phil Smikula. I'm a recreation supervisor with Montgomery County. I supervise the Area 2 part of the county. It comprises all of the senior programs, including our 5 senior centers and 3 community centers down inside the Beltway, Wisconsin Place, Lawton, and Long Branch. So, and I've been doing it for almost 31 years. So, it's a great job. I love it. Every day is different. You never know what to expect. In those 31 years, I've worked almost exclusively with seniors or individuals with disabilities. So, they all have lots of challenges, but they also have lots of rewards. You get to see satisfaction and happiness on people's faces on a daily basis.
Every Monday through Friday on different topics of concern or issues for seniors, as well as the entertainment, the good stuff, the feel-good stuff, as well as the informational programs that seniors need and look for.
I work with a lot of very dedicated, caring individuals, and that's what makes the job great, and that's why I've been doing it for 31 years. So it keeps me hopping.
Tina Schubert. I work for the Recreation Department as a specialist, and I oversee the exercise and wellness programs for all ages. I've been with the Recreation Department for about 10 years. I started as the wellness coordinator, so I provided wellness outreach for the recreation employees and then also for the county residents as well. I would go to a lot of our after-school programs and inform the kids about healthy eating and exercising and making it fun, but also did it for our own employees as well. I enjoy my job tremendously. Exercise and fitness is a passion of my own, and I love being able to offer it to our county residents. I also work with amazing coworkers, and we provide programs, not just exercise and wellness, but we also provide Tiny Tots, which would be ages 4 and under, art, dance, instructional sports, cooking, so a variety of classes for all ages from the little 6-month-old child up until your 80s and above. So we provide it for everyone.
What I do for the county is teach a class that I call Moving with Millie, aerobics and exercise. I've been teaching with the Recreation Department at least 35 years. What I love about teaching are the students. My classmates and I have become very close to one another, and they have worked and they have encouraged me.
We also have a wonderful motto, we don't do old.
That's good. And my perspective is functional fitness.
Correct.
To be able to do what we have to do. You know, and changes in our lives.
Absolutely.
We support each other.
Right.
I love the support I've received from the county. They've been very amiable and helped to work out a schedule that can work well. And anytime I wanted to do an extra class, my supervisors have been very gracious and accommodating. Over the time, I've noticed more and more offerings are being made available to the public. And that has been very wonderful to see how interested Montgomery County Department of Recreation is in having programs that fit who are our population currently and making many possibilities.
As you can see, classes and camps are a huge part of the Recreation Department offerings. Over the past few years, we've dropped in on a few to show you what's available. Now let's look again.
My name is Gary Chow, or I am an instructor. So you go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? It depends on their level. So give them basically the fundamental stuff and also what they need in this class.
A bird, a shuttlecock.
I started with Gary's beginner's class. In fact, he made me take the beginner's class twice. I'm not that good.
I was taking a Dynaband class in the other room at the same rec center and just saw them playing badminton every week and thought it looked like great fun. I'm still in the beginner class, but I'm slowly getting better and have a lot of fun playing with the other students. It's a lot of kids and I'm older, but it's still just great. It's fun.
When you actually play a game, you have that feeling when you actually play it and you win it, so it's really fun.
You like winning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a great sport. You know, you get to run around a lot, you get to hit this bird, it goes fast. And not only do they have badminton, but they have like really kind of an advanced program here with a lot of players that have come through this gym, which is really interesting, and it's thanks to Gary.
I used to train here with Gary, and I really respect him, and I love coming back here just to play with him and maybe help him out. In 2010, I was among the top 3 in the nation. This is called a jive. It's usually what we warm up with. This is called a clear, where you hit the bird from one back end to the other back end.
One thing is you cannot let the birdie drop to the ground. You need to hit the birdie before the birdie drops to the ground. So your reaction, your agility, your speed gotta be faster now. The second thing, big difference, especially different from tennis, is we require a lot of wrist skill instead of the arm or your shoulder. So your wrist gotta be very flexible.
It's mostly technique, so you don't really need like strong muscles or something to hit hard. If you just hit the bird right and in the sweet spot and you can do it consistently, then you'll get good power and you'll have good control and you'll be a good player.
So it's a good sport and people love it now.
Go around the cone, through the middle, around the cone, forward. My name is Wortley Gano, and I've been teaching for Montgomery County for about 25 or more years. Wait, main thing is teaching the dog to come when called. Penny, come! Down. I do hand signals to teach the people how to do hand signals with their dog. Stay. People bring their children if the child is old enough and big enough to handle a dog. And halt in the center. Woo! I told you he was tired. Go in and sit in the chair for right now. He's too tired. We can't exhaust him. I don't want him to have a heart attack. Well, the dog should walk on the left side and not on the right side. Gigi! Hi, Gigi! Hi, darling!
She's pushing 3 years old and she's never really been trained, so we really need to train her.
Right. Sir, down here. Don't lose your coffee. It helps for the dog to have one word, one command, and everybody should use the same command. And halt.
And halt.
I say halt, you say sit.
Sit. Good girl.
So we give them cookies, lots of cookies, lots of rewards. Leave on your right foot and go to the end of the leash.
Stay.
He is 6 months.
Circle around to the left, take the dog with you, and head down this way.
This is my 4th dog, and I've actually brought my other 3 dogs here to train them up, and they were all wonderful dogs. My last 2 dogs did Victorian dog drama, which was a popular form of theater in the Victorian era, sort of like lasting on stage.
About turn!
And the basic obedience class gave them the foundation they needed to listen to commands, to have the confidence to know what you're asking of them.
The dogs are always together. If anybody is having a problem with their dog, we separate them. After 3 weeks, the dogs all know each other, and then there's no problems.
She's very good at understanding dog psychology and just teaching the owners how to be the alpha dog.
So what I'm gonna work on when I go home is I'm going to teach him the figure 8, and when I call him that, he'll come to me and teach him how to sit.
Down, hello, down. I love doing this for all these years because I love the people and I love the dogs. And I've had people keep coming back over and over and over again. Circle to the left. Down this way.
Sligo Creek Pottery is at the intersection of Dale and Wayne Avenue in Silver Spring, inside the Beltway. It was formerly Blair High School. Originally, the class started over 60 years ago. This is, I would say, more of a senior class.
I was in the class, which was then adult ed, in 1973-74 I started. And I have some notes here from during that time, and I have records of each pot. It's as much fun as it was back in the 70s.
My youngest one went off to preschool for 2 hours. This was 25 years ago. And I saw this class put up, this class, and I came running over. A lot of work. Well, 25 years of work.
They said there's a potter named Michael Cardew. He was a British potter, and he said it took 7 years of work every day to become a production potter. So I try to tell the students, don't get upset if they can't make a pot in one session.
I teach nursing at Montgomery College on Tacoma Park campus. It's my release. My job is so flexible that this is the best.
In college, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to be a paleontologist, a historian, or an artist. And I decided I did not have the talent for being an artist, so I became a paleontologist. Haven't done paleontology for a long time, I guess you might say. I'm making my own fossils here.
I started collecting owls in college. I found a lot of great ceramic pieces and jewelry at thrift stores, and so that the image is always in my mind.
This is our kiln room, and we're very lucky in that we have 6 brand new kilns. The pots are brought in here to dry, and once they're dry, we put them in the kiln over there to be bisque fired. They're bisque fired, we remove them, we take them out onto the tables where students pick them up again. They glaze them in the glaze of their choice.
And this is applying the glossy finish to the pottery. So I'm happy.
They then return them over here to these shelves. We fire them. They come out of this kiln.
So this is Christmas. You get to open it up and see what's inside.
We return them out in the final stage.
There are no summertime blues at the MicroStars camp in Germantown. These future athletes were winding down their day of activities with a game of sharks and minnows on land. It's part of a 2-week camp through the county's Department of Recreation that focuses on fitness.
Well, see, we have 5 to 8-year-old children, so we try to instill basic fundamentals of all the sports. We give them the fundamentals so they can go on and be better when they get older.
Montgomery County Recreation Summer Camps is one of the most popular and ongoing recreation programs in the county. The county offers dozens of camps that run into the month of August. And tell me a little bit about this game that you're playing here right now. What are you guys doing?
We're running across, and if we get tagged, we have to sit down and be a robot and try to tag people.
This is your first week, right?
Yeah, it's my first week.
What's the best part of it?
Ooh. My best part of this is when we do running games, and I win, and then I get to tag other people, and then also I like Jump the Creek. It makes your legs get more muscles, and it stretches it out.
So you're a pretty fast runner.
Yeah.
You are. Is this better than being in school?
Yes.
We're going to pick up on page 40, scene 4 for Wonderful.
These young actors were participating in a theater camp.
I'm setting those monkeys free, and don't try to interfere or call the guards.
The production in the works for this rising generation of stars, Wicked.
You really were wonderful.
This theater camp is an opportunity for students who are interested in theater to come in and show their talent, and this group is amazing. I've been working here for 7 years. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th as director, and it's really especially nice to see all our returning campers, and they just really come here to have a good time and put on a great show. We always get lots of great compliments, and it's wonderful to see them shine at the end.
Perhaps you recall my essay, Magic Wands. They have a point.
Wow, those camps and classes look like a lot of fun. One of the after-school programs we sponsor is Excel Beyond the Bell. It was recently profiled on County Report This Week, a local news show.
Excel Beyond the Bell is looking for ways to create a greater impact in the future of our children.
Excel Beyond the Bell is a partnership between the Collaboration Council for Children, Youth, and Families, Montgomery County Public Schools, the Department of Recreation, and a number of providers of after-school programs across the entire county. We offer a wide variety of programs. We offer sports-based programs and activity, but we also offer the arts and humanities, and we also offer programs, for example, cooking lessons, and then programs through science, technology, engineering, and math.
The Council's Education Committee, chaired by Valerie Irvin, recently reviewed program progress and approved of extra funding.
If we want to begin to close the achievement gap, we need to be addressing the needs of the students who are the most needy.
Montgomery County students from 5 key middle schools in economically challenged areas can take advantage of the free after-school programs offered under the initiative Excel Beyond the Bell.
I've been taking Excel Beyond the Bell this whole year, and I'm currently taking Design Your World. I wanted to be like an architect, so like you really need to know like how to draw and everything for that, because you need to do the sketches. And this class, like the program really helps out, because you need to sketch this stuff out if you want it to look good on the stuff you will be putting it on.
I'm basically like a kid that loves sports. I love to play sports and everything.
Let's go. Stop. What would you like to do when you grow up?
Me, I want to be the world's greatest athlete.
Our vision is to expand Excel to all middle schools, but over time, not overnight. We want to make sure that we phase this in appropriately, starting with the schools and in the communities that really need these services the most.
For more information, go to excelbeyondthebell.org or call Montgomery County Recreation at 240-777-6870.
Building new recreation centers and revamping old ones is part of the new vision of the Montgomery County Department of Recreation. Here's Jeff Bourne to explain a little bit more.
We're working on this. My name's Jeff Bourne. My title is Chief of the Division of Facilities and Capital Programs. The county, many departments, but the county as a whole, undertakes a capital improvement program on a 2-year cycle. Those cycles and those proposals are based on longer range plans that many departments develop. We have worked with parks not too long ago to develop a Vision 2030 process. This was a major study of park and recreation needs and resources for the county for a 20-year period. So from that study, we were then able to develop something called the Recreation Facility Development Plan, 2010 to 2030, that same 20-year time frame. And this began to take the needs and resource analysis and make it a little more concrete. Begin to talk about where in the county facilities and programs were needed, where in the county there might be land and opportunities to develop facilities. One of the big things that the Vision 2030 showed us was that it was going to be very difficult for the county long-term in the future to continue developing community-based recreation facilities the way we had and the way we are today. That we needed to look more in terms of a longer-range regional approach where we could take better advantage of transportation systems to allow people to access recreation facilities more easily from a larger service area. And so the Vision 2030 and the Recreation Facility Development Plan speaks to that issue and talks about developing a series of regional serving facilities, kind of following the central core of the county, which generally is the 270, 355 corridor, if you will. Plumgar just recently was renovated. That's also the area where our study showed the lowest level of service and the highest increases in population for the future. That might be an area where by adding a recreation center to the existing aquatic center, we could develop that facility. In terms of that construction activity, Plumgar was just completed and is open. Scotland is currently under construction. Probably the next two that will come online will be a renovation project at the Ross Body Neighborhood Center over in the Olney Sandy Spring area. And then 2 other community serving facilities, both at Wheaton and at North Potomac, are also in the medium-term plan.
In addition to the exciting capital projects we have in store for the department, we're also looking at expanding our programming base as well. We want to expand our out-of-school time programs across the entire county for all ages, and we want to expand programs within our health and wellness component for our seniors as well as the disabled community. We want to meet the demands and needs of our growing county residents, and we look forward to working with you in the future. You can find out more about our classes and programs through our quarterly guide or by going to our website, montgomerycountymd.gov/rec, or call us at 240-777-6840. Feel free to stop by our main offices at 4010 Randolph Road in Silver Spring. In the meantime, the celebration continues, and we hope you'll join the party. We'll see you in recreation.